everyone and welcome back to Bumpy News 6. I'm your host, bumpyJake, and this is all the best news from, I don't know, when was it? When did we last do it? Like, September? I'm still haven't done one of these in a while. I say that every time, but, yeah, let's just get right into the news. Our first story, some Apple news, like I do every time. Apple has recently announced some new iPads. Their new iPad Air has an A12 chip and a 10.5-inch Retina HD display and has support for Apple Pencil and Smart Keyboard. The new iPad Mini has an A12 chip, a 9.5-inch display and support for Apple Pencil. They've also released their new iMac, which can be bought in 4K or 5K with either a 21.5-inch display or a 27-inch display. They've also released some new services such as Apple TV Plus and Apple News Plus. Next we'll go to Jamie Stokes, who has all the updates on politics and Brexit.
Right, so Jake's giving me some notes. I'm apparently talking about Brexit. Theresa May is doing a bad job. You could say that. You know, she's doing her best. The date change. Once again, Theresa May trying to do her best to convince the PMs about the deal. Ministers leaving. Yeah, they've had enough. They just want to leave, but they can't be asked. England in shambles. I wouldn't say they're in shambles. Jesus Christ. Yeah.
Thank you, Jamie. Our next story is Cyclone Idai. For this story, I will observe my geography book. On March 4th, a storm started brewing in Woffinden. It started to head north before going back on itself and going east. And on March 9th, the storm developed into a cyclone. And by March 14th, the wind had speeds up to 194 kilometers per hour. This hit the coast of Beira, but the next day, it had settled down to 145 kilometers per hour. And a day later, it was at 56 kilometers per hour. The most significant impact of Cyclone Idai was the loss of homes, because so much land was flooded. Over 400,000 people have lost their homes. So even those who did survive are now homeless. See, I did learn something. Currently over 750 people have been counted dead, but that number could still rise. The cleanup is still happening, so if you have any spare money lying around, please go and donate to people who are trying to make the cleanup happen. Our next story, PewDiePie VS T-Series. Let's go to George.
So a lot has happened with PewDiePie and T-Series in the last couple of months. First of all, PewDiePie lost momentum, stopped gaining as many subscribers, and T-Series went past, getting over 100,000 subscribers ahead. It was kind of scary. And then out of nowhere, completely unexpectedly, PewDiePie drops his T-Series disc called Congratulations, which after 12 hours was on 10 million views, which is pretty incredible, really.
Hey, congratulations, it's a celebration, party all day, I know you've been waiting. Congratulations, it's a celebration, I just wanna tell you that I think that you're amazing.
Now you're at #1, hope you did nothing wrong, like starting your business by selling pirated songs. Oops, didn't think we'd see, it's right there on Wikipedia. Get used to your past being held against you by the media.
That gave him tons of momentum, and he's now 400,000 subscribers ahead. He's just over 93 million and T-Series is under 93 million, so not much long left to go. So all we can do is keep our fingers crossed now.
Thank you, George Smith. Our next story, Jake Paul versus Joe Weller happened. It wasn't that professional, like Logan Paul versus KSI, it was in Jake Paul's back garden. In Jake Paul's video, before the actual fight, Jake writes a diss track on Joe Weller because he was late to his house. And Joe Weller was a backup dancer in that music video.
I'm gonna knock Joe Weller out. He's gonna beat your ass. Don't ever be late to my house, 'cause he's gonna beat your ass.
So some people are now saying that the boxing match was fake. Well, Joe Weller quickly jumped to his own defence and said that Jake Paul started filming the music video right after the fight, so he apparently had no choice but to join in. And by the way, Jake Paul did win the fight. He knocked Joe Weller out. And finally, some bumpyJake news. It's now the Easter holidays, so I have basically nothing to do. When you see this, I'll either be in Guernsey or back from Guernsey. I'll be filming a bunch of stuff out there, including Q&A 3, so stay tuned for that. I've been working with George Walker on some new challenge videos, which we're going to be shooting with the rest of the Bumpy crew, so that'll be exciting. And I'm also working with Elliot on a new skit. New things are coming, I'm really excited to share them with you all. Finally, new Bumpy merch. I'm releasing some Bumpy cap merch as well as some bumpyJake designs like this cap and this accessory pouch. It looks like a pencil case or something. So make sure you go check that stuff out and buy some if you want to. I don't expect anyone to buy it, honestly. But that is the end of today's Bumpy News. Thank you for my guest stars, Jamie Stokes and George Smith. If you did enjoy, make sure to like and subscribe with notifications on. I will try and do another one of these soon. Follow me on my Twitter and Instagram for more stories, and we will see you in the next video. Bye.